Excuse me. All right, let's see if we're going to move on from this guy. Invert value plus 1. So this is what I came up with um, sometime after work when I got home. Really? That drew out there? Really? Let's uh, let's undo that. Okay. So like I was saying, what was it last night when I was getting frustrated with it? The moment I finished drawing this out and then lining up like my rails and stuff, I was able to kind of clean this up the way I like it, where there's not too much crossing, and then I, damn, implement it into what I'm trying to do. And I think this is what I'm really figuring out about myself is this is one of those things where I can get that aspect out of it, kind of out of my brain. It's on paper. So this is my idea that I'm trying to implement in a 3D environment, and I don't have to sit there and think about it. I'm just kind of implementing it. So once I started doing that, I still ran into some problems and things not working the way I wanted it to. But at least it was kind of, I guess, in a way, maybe I'm separating my creative side from the logic side because there's not a whole lot of thought that was going into this because I already have the thought. I already have it done. I already know how I want it to go. This side where the power transistors are is going to be my invert, and then you have two inverters. So I have a bank of transistors for the B, the 1 through 4, and then another bank of transistors for the B, 5 through 8. And the inverter output is going to be feeding the negative side of the transistors. And then you have you do have crossings here where things are, the B is handling the rails, the gateways of these guys, and then handling the inputs of these guys, things like that. I don't have to really think about a lot of that stuff when I have it drawn out or written out on paper or whatever. So then it was just implementing it, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm trying to get this skinny so I can, because this thing's like, oh, all of your inputs are here and you're all mashed up over here. So I'm like, how can I get this to where I'm trying to keep things pretty skinny, pretty well done like that. This is what I came up with. Uh, I haven't gone back to the proverbial drawing board, so to speak, to try and see if I can get it better. And look how close I am, man. If I can get those ticks down, I can get it to be a masterpiece chip because I got the efficiency. It's compact. It's got the reduced number of transistors. So the ticks, I'm sure the problem is going to be, having to go up and over with this invert line. Maybe there's a way I can do it down the middle, down below, and just have a little bit of maybe another 2 squares off to the side, maybe something like that. Um, I don't know of a better way to really get all 4 outputs to be as close as they could be to the actual output. So you see all these output lines; these are long. I I don't know. Besides, again, bringing it kind of down further and doing the square method, but at that point, I'm going to most likely still have long inputs too. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. So I think I'm going to give this guy a rest because I also know that this isn't a properly working circuit. So, and I will show you on this guy. So if I add it in here, this I don't believe will work. So let's just put them in here. I need to reset it. We don't have. Yeah, we do. I think I might be okay just doing it that way, because that's the same as the other one. Where's the B? Ah, shit. No, just maybe we'll just start off with that, and then we'll move them. So like this guy goes down here. Well, let's say that. Is that how I had it? Yeah, and I just didn't use the number 3 input or the number 6. That should be right. That's right. That's all that stuff looks good. And this guy's there too. Okay. So we are taking the invert side, and it's going to be the B of the next circuit, which is my 8-bit adder. So supposedly it would be that, right? To the 8-bit adder. The 8-bit adder is going to need both the A and the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah, there'll be an A in and a B in and a C in. Did I already forget how my 8-bit adder works? So I need to go back and look it up. I'm going to get it kind of close because I'm going to be cleaning up the inputs a little bit better. I'm going to do something. I'll figure it out. So this guy, the subtract is the C in. This in right here. This was B and this was A. Before I go hooking all this shit up, let's just double check. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it as. I think the A was on top. Yeah, see, A's on top. And the B was on the bottom. Like this. Right? Or was it? One more over. That must be missing a block. And the A was something like this. Why does this look all funny? I don't remember how I did it. No, it was A around like 3 and 4 and B around 5 and 6. That way I get it out somewhat evenly. I have it as the carry in on top. No. The carry in bypassed the first two banks and went to the back. And then it processed and jumpered over. Here's the carry out. And instead of going to an output, it carried over to the carry inside of the circuit. So carry in A and B. Oh, it's going backwards. All right, so we're going to let B process, and then B needs to go into this chip. And then A, this is going to be a tangled ass mess. We can get the subtract out of the way. This is going here, goes along the edge, and we can just come off of this guy. So this will be my first one. So the carry in is done. The subtract is the invert on this one. That's already done. And that's jumped into the processor. All that stuff's being done. B's already done. Again, the problem with this is I'm going to have B's on this thing that are combined that are not going to process properly in this 8-bit subtractor. So this is likely just not going to work, and I'm probably just completely wasting my time. Because it should be that this is actually almost twice as big, and the outputs will feed all of the B's on this one. And it will likely be much easier to bring it down here so that your outputs for the B's are all down here. It's going to be quite the project. So I need to rename this guy Mr. Cheese or some shit, because it's obviously not a working chip that I was trying to get a masterpiece version of. It's damn close. I could probably pull it off, but I've been working on it for hours. I can still make a condensed version of what I had. It's just I took it a step further when I saw the pattern of, B2 and 3 was the same, and then 6 and 7 was the same or whatever. So I was able to eliminate shit. I just started cutting out transistors, and this is my cheesy invert. I already know I'm pretty confident I'm wasting my time on this one, even though the truth table only has 5 that it needs to come up with. If any one of those 5 rely on, input 3 or input 6 or 7 or something that I'm not using, we're gonna have a problem because again, I'm combined here, and I think it shows the numbers for A and B. They alternate on this one to give you. All right, I'm seeing that. So it's going to be the B, and right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are the same, but on this one, 6 and 7 are different, and on this one, 6 and 7 are different, and 2 and 3 are different right here. So I probably could get 2 and 3 to work, but 1, 4, and 5 should not work. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to move forward with this chip until I be a good boy and do things the right way. And this was exclusive ores. But I was able to remove the inverters, and there were some chips I was able to do away with without affecting the output. But I can't get rid of like 3 and 7 like I did. So can't do that. So let's do that. I'm going to need room. For okay. Right at the gate. Get rid of these guys. Keep that guy. I can change the wiring on it a little bit. All right. I think for the sake of making it work, we'll probably just kind of leave it the way it is. Invert was the positive, so this guy there. E1 is the rail and input of that. This is it right here. Did I try to implement a 4x? Didn't I do a 4x4 of this and get it working? And then went through and started removing transistors. Isn't that how I did it? No, because I don't recall jumping the sums over or having them. No, there was something. I had them come out like the bottom, like this one, instead of to the side. This guy can come from here, jump over the top, jump over to the side maybe or something. Thinking about switching to that strategy that I use. That guy there. Right? Rail that. Then you'll have long outputs. That only needs an input and a rail there. So maybe. But the only other thing is, by doing it this way, I'm already going to have it somewhat lined up with the other chip. So if I bring in the, see here's the other 8-bit adder. So instead of trying to consolidate it, I'm just going to end up running outputs to inputs anyways. This way would be already somewhat lined up. Although I probably should still do it, because you'd want, if I want the B inputs to be around the transistor banks numbers 5 and 6, so that A could be up near 3 and 4, then it seems like it would be worth it to try and get it to where it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, maybe 18 blocks tall. Could I pull that off? I think I could. Because I can get them in a line to where it's basically 4 blocks wide. You have the 3 blocks for the transistor and then the 1 block for the output. I'll bring the output down below so everything else can be above. So you do that for each one. 4 times 8 is 32. It will still be wider. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah. Still going to be pretty wide, but it's still better than doing it this way. If I do it this way, the outputs are going to be whatever they're going to be, but it's also would help with reducing the tick time. By me scrunching it up. I keep leaking. I got this thing on there good and tight. Got my wife got me this Ginger Dead Man shirt. It's one of Gary Busey's greatest movies of all time. It's a must-watch, must-see. It is amazing. If you haven't seen it, you've missed out on life. I mean, I can do a fairly streamlined design on it. I already have an idea of how I do it. I essentially start off with a positive transistor and then move to, how did I do it again before? I think I do it a positive to a negative to a negative to a positive. Because the negatives share the rails, right? So the positive and the negative shares the rail. So no, I either go positive feeding the positive rail to a negative rail feeding a negative input. That's how it's done. And what ends up happening is you end up with an output on this side. And that's what kind of sucks. But everything else is pretty much in line. So I think it was like this, and then that. And that's all the first 4 banks of transistors. The B, this is all B. B feeds 2 rails and also 2 inputs. So this would all be from B. So that's the design I came up with for that. But the problem is this output ends up being super long. But you end up doing something like this. Those are all your inputs combined. So that's a compact design. but it's more efficient to do it this way as far as the ticks go. However, you go all the way down here, running that invert line all the way down, that takes forever. And also this inverter down here is further away. So that's why I was also thinking about the 4x4 design. Um, that may work as well too, but I'm not 100% how I want to do it. Guess let's look at it. All right, so if we go with a 4x4 design, which is essentially mimicking this guy, it's possible you're essentially trying to keep the outputs together. Since this is all combined, you can take this guy and do that, and it would be something like that. It's not terrible. Could get rid of this. Do it that way. This is the B rail, and then this is the B inputs. So that's why that works. And I'm lowering this so that I can potentially bring this guy over, and he needs to feed this rail and that input. Which I think leaves room for guess we should bring this down. He needs to go to that rail. And then we need the B inputs and that B rail. Okay. Should take care of that guy. I'm already like, But I mean, without the inverter, I can shift things over a little bit. But I'm already considering doing this. That might be a little bit better. This guy can also go in the air a little bit to this here. If I'm really strapped for real estate, which that's a maybe. So I'm already sensing I'm getting too carried away here. So I kind of already want to just do this. That's going to be the inverter line. If you go aerial, it's going to be in your way. If you can make this work, it looks like. See, I mean, that's going to be there too. saw a cat. All right. Maybe both strategies could work here. Do the 4x4 up top, and then the middle ones be the skinny ones. Because I mean, this is kind of effectively what the same. It would be the same if I did the skinny version up here. See, there would be B1, and then this could be B2. And then I'd already be able to do B3 right around here. I'm thinking all I have to simply do is just shift a little bit and I'll be fine. That's touching. I can make that work. Can do something like that. If I'm butted up right against that thing, it's going to be in my way. If I do this, I'm telling you, that skinny version of it is going to be probably the way to go. I'm going to be trimming off some of that. So let's go with something similar to this. So that guy here, that guy there. That's not, no. One of y'all goes to this bank, the other one goes to this one. Because I want to combine the outputs like this. So something like this. Do I have my inverter line? Yeah, that's right here. The inverter line is the rail. Okay. That's done. And then this guy here is that there. Which I think we can conveniently. Nope, I can't touch it. That's going to touch that. That right there would touch. Can I go on? I don't know if I want to do that or not. Probably better off leaving this stuff on the ground. Can't touch that. This is for that guy. If I go down, can I get through? No. This guy's in the way, that guy's in the way anyways. I would have to do that. This is my B right here. I needed it for that guy. Still put it back the way it was and it would work, huh? That guy is done. Need to do the same thing to this guy. I have an invert line right there. Just use that one. It's close. Almost had it. Starting to feel kind of tired already. entirely sure what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm falling asleep already. Alright, that should be 1 through 4. You can see the square style thing is going to be a little rough for the bottom ones here. I'm actually going to take a break. I thought I was going to be able to play for a while, and I'm just zoning out. I should be able to just do it because it's not really. You can see how it's fairly uniform with how I'm doing things, but yeah. I'm just zoning out. I got till the 20th, until next Thursday, to get these games. I'm not going to get all of them, but these are a few ideas I have. I'm thinking of getting. I see shit at like 90% off, man. I'm just like, it might be worth it. These are definitely a yes. I've been wanting to get these for the computer, and I just figured I'd wait for the sale. I knew there'd be a sale soon. So, and then some of the other ones I'm looking at. This is probably not. And some of this other stuff, I was like, think about it.